To the pandemic now, the walls are closing in on people who choose not to get vaccinated, with the list of activities they'll be excluded from growing by the day. The federal government announcing today airline passengers must be fully vaccinated by the end of October or they won't be able to fly. CTV's Ben Milger is live at YVR. And Ben, this is a pretty bold move by the federal government. How's it going to work?
Well, the feds are working on a vaccine passport for travel, but we don't know when that will roll out yet. There will also be exemptions for people with health conditions that make getting the vaccine medically risky, but we don't know who will qualify or how they will have to prove that. And the feds are going to have to move quickly on this if they plan to have these regulations out, as they say, in October. The federal government announced sweeping new requirements Friday for all people working in federally regulated transportation industries to be double vaxxed. The new rules also apply to travelers.
This includes all commercial air travelers, passengers on interprovincial trains, and passengers on large marine vessels with overnight accommodations, such as cruise ships.
More than 80% of eligible Canadians have at least one shot, and over 70% are double dosed. At YVR, many travelers support the move.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing.
I think it's a really good idea.
But others, like this man who tells us he has not been vaccinated, have concerns.
It's people's choice. You can't say yes, you can't tell them to, you cannot tell them not to. It's their choice.
Earlier this week, the Vancouver Canucks announced the team is exploring the possibility of requiring fans to prove vaccination status to attend home games. Vancouver lawyer Sarah Lehman thinks it will ultimately be up to judges to decide if the unvaccinated can be excluded from certain activities.
So it's hard for us to predict what the legal validity of this mandate will be. I anticipate it will be challenged, and we'll have to wait for direction from the court on it.
The feds say there will be medical exemptions to the vaccine requirement for travelers. It's unclear who qualifies, how that will be determined, and what measures will be in place to prevent non-compromised people from abusing the system.
I think that we are going to need some direction about what that looks like in terms of perhaps issuing exemption cards or allowing people who are medically exempt to show that without necessarily disclosing what their medical issue is.
Both WestJet and Air Canada put out statements today saying they welcome the new regulations and look forward to hearing the details. Conservative Party leader Erin O'Toole spoke out against the new regulations, and that is important because with a federal election possibly coming up in September, there could be a new party in power by October when these new regulations are supposed to take effect. Scott?
All right, Ben Milger live at YVR tonight. Thanks, Ben.